You know what I like even better than the Black Friday sales? Spring Black Friday. I kid you not, I love it. Maybe just because it's spring. I love springtime. I love winter going away, everything turning green, getting out there and getting on all those projects I've been thinking about all winter. And Home Depot's here to help. We got the Home Depot Spring Black Friday sales flyer. So let's tear into it, all right? Okay, now first off, I want to thank today's sponsor, and that is Brooklyn Bedding. Right now, until the end of day today, they've got their 30% off big spring refresh. All their mattresses, everything site-wide, 30% off. Now, if you don't remember, this company's been working with us for a while. We're huge fans of it. We have their mattresses in the RV. We have them in our house. They have the Signature Hybrid, the Aurora Luxe, Sedona, the Plank, the Titan. That's what I have at home. We have the Titan. That's for bigger folks like myself. The Aurora Luxe, honestly though, it's that's what we got in the RV, and I love the Aurora Luxe. It is just fantastic. It's almost disgusting how comfortable this thing is. It has all these different layers built into it. It's a hybrid style mattress. You've got a spring layer in it as well, a coiled spring core. You've got foam around it as well. Then you've got the Glacier Tech cooling cover on top of it. There's just really, honestly, I feel guilty sleeping on it. It's that kind of comfortable. Now, that said, it comes in all sorts of different sizes, different firmnesses. Of course, you can add the cloud pillow top, which of course we did. And remember, all their stuff is made in Arizona at their factory right there in Phoenix. Comes with a 120-night trial, so you can sleep on it, make sure this is what you want to do. And of course, it has free shipping. Another thing I like about it is they all come already in the box. So when it shows up at your door, it's in that box. You don't have to go to a store. You don't have to go somewhere, pick it up. They drop it right off. You bring it in. You make some room, because when this thing, once you tear into that plastic, boom, this thing opens up quick. It's pretty cool. Anyway, I can't talk enough about how much I love Brooklyn Bedding and how much they've supported the channel. Go over and check them out. And, made in Phoenix, 120-night trial with that. And, and the free shipping, of course. It's almost risk-free at this point. And I can't tell you, I've tried so many mattresses. And, yeah, they're a sponsor and they've sent us free stuff. But I'll tell you what, it's still what I sleep on each and every night when I could have, and I have had others. I've had Sleep Nevers, I've had Tempur-Pedics, whatever. Probably not supposed to talk about the other competitors and stuff, but I can't help it. I've tried tons of mattresses, and I keep going back to the Brooklyn Bedding folks because it just works. It's just great. It's comfortable. I even got one for a buddy of mine in his RV. They're living on the road. He's got the Aurora Luxe also. He's even taller than me. Big dude, and he's like, this is the first time I've slept through the night in years. He loves it too. Anyway, go and check them out. They've got the sale going on right now. 30% off until end of day today. Now, if by chance you get this video after today, don't worry. I've got a coupon code down below that's going to still get you 25% off. So you'll still get the regular savings that we always offer here with our own code here. It's Denda Tools, something like that. It'll be down below. So go click on it. Anyway, let's get into the big savings, all right? All right, next up, first up, we got free battery or tool with select Milwaukee Tool purchases. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of different ones in here. I didn't know which one to single on, so we're just going to scroll through it. But basically what you got here is you either get a free tool or free battery, or you get this with, like if you buy other tools, you get this tool free. So basically what you want to look at is like, what are you looking for? What is the one thing, the tool that you're missing out in your Milwaukee line? The Surge, a lot of people love the Surge. The grinder, though, I think the grinder is one of the best ones out there. Let's see here. The impact driver, I have this impact driver. You can't go wrong with it. It's got a ton of power for the size. It's ridiculous. Let's see here, what else is there good? Of course, the impact wrenches. Everyone knows the quality of the impact wrenches. Now, that's a $600 kit there, but you're getting the top of the line fuel there. You're getting the 2 big batteries. You're getting the charger with it as well. Let's see here, the drywall. I know that's not a big one for me. Anyway, here's the full kit there. I know, $429, but let's take a look at it here. So you're looking at $429. You're getting here you're getting the impact. You're getting the Now this is the 1/2 inch impact, okay? So this is not an impact driver, this is an impact wrench, all right? So it's super compact, get in those tight places. You're getting the 2 batteries, the charger, everything with this. Now the free item here is you got an option for another battery, 5 amp hour, XC extended capacity, or we got some sockets in the shockwave form here. You got a couple different sets here you can jump in. That's 159, 140, 160, 180 here. So that's a lot of savings. I realize that's not cheap, but this is, you're looking at top tier kind of stuff, and they're throwing in 180 bucks worth of free items. That's a pretty good deal there. Now, if you're looking more black and yellow, not quite as many deals out there, but still some really solid items here. We got the belt sander, we got the combo kit, that's the 20 volt Max XR hammer drill. And this is in the atomic. So you're getting the hammer drill, and you're getting the impact, and you're getting the 2 batteries, and the charger, and the bag there for $279. Now just remember, the atomic is their compact, similar to the Makita subcompacts, you know. So compact body, but using full-size batteries. And that's where you're gonna get like into all the little tight places, but also, you know, honestly, just if you're using it all day long, you don't want to carry a giant honking, you know, impact or whatever all day long. You get so much power out of these atomics, especially if you combine it with that power stack battery out there. Okay, anyway, we got the SDS. We just talked about a deal like this on the SDS hammer here. Let's see what else. Anything else cool in here? This is a decent saw, not a bad saw here. And I can't say enough about the DeWalt grinders. I know I've always been critical about DeWalt. I never give them a free pass on anything, but I've said for years, DeWalt has some of the best grinders out there. For me, it goes, I mean, Metabo's great, don't get me wrong, but generally speaking for cordless stuff, I'm looking either at Makita for just complete smoothness or for DeWalt for just that tough, you know, getting the job done kind of power. Let's see here, anything else here that we got to get here? The bandsaw, the right angle. We got the impact wrench here coming in, 1/2 inch impact wrench coming in at 200 bucks there. Again, tool only on that one. Now, let's see here. Oh yeah, power stack. Well, I was just kind of leading into that one, huh? For $200, but get this, if you buy, you get this item for free if you buy any of these other kits here. So if you buy any of these other ones listed, and there's a lot, I'm not going to go through all of them, but if you buy any of those, they're going to pop here a 5.0 amp hour battery pack in the power stack. That's a 5 amp hour battery, but now it's that slim compact style, goes great with those atomic tools there. Now, as far as Ryobi Green, I got to be honest, little disappointed in the sales on the green ones here, because I don't know, they're green, maybe they're not ripe, maybe they, you know, maybe a little too early in the season for picking these suckers. I know. Now remember, we got usually, what is it? Is it June, July-ish? They do the Ryobi days, so you're a few months out if you want to wait on that. Honestly, I don't see anything here to make me go, oh my gosh, I got to buy some Ryobi right now. And it's kind of disappointing. I like the Ryobi lineup. Again, I'm critical of the battery system. I wish they had better quality batteries. They're not bad. They're not, don't get me wrong, not bad. Just wish they were better. Okay, because they've been really upping the game with the HP brushless, Pro tier kind of tools. And I was hoping that the batteries would kick up to that level as well. I haven't seen it. Maybe you have. Tell me if I'm wrong. But anyway, as far as this, I'm not seeing a lot of sales as far as this that make it really, light a fire under me, if you know what I mean. What I would say is maybe wait for Memorial Day, Father's Day. Maybe around that time we'll see some more sales, and then we'll have 4th of July and Ryobi days, and that'll kick off then. All right, next up, let's see. We got Rigid Orange. Now there's a few items, not a ton. 18, as I say, people get butt hurt when I say this. And I'm like, there just ain't a lot of Rigid in stock. And like this is my opinion or something. It's not an opinion, brother. It's just the facts. I mean, if we look at here, this is what's in sale. Hopefully, let's see, in stock. Hopefully it's all in stock, right? No, there's only 17 in stock, of course. Anyway, there's just not as big a choice when it comes to Rigid. They don't carry as many of the tools, and even the tools they do have, if you need them like that day, they just don't have as many in the store. But we got the subcompact multi-cut wheel there. We got the combo kit for $150. Yeah, again, nothing here that's like, wow, this is I write home and tell the boys about it and say, you need to rush out and get this. Nice saw there. But again, at $350, and it's an okay sale. I don't, rigid guys, tell me where I'm wrong. Tell me where there's a drop dead, you got to run out and get this kind of tool here. I'm not discounting the quality of rigid here. I think they make great tools. I'm just not a fan of their LSA kind of thing that they keep promoting and then always seem to find a loophole to back out on. All right, I know you guys are tired of my rigid bashing. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's talk about some hand tools. We got Milwaukee. Check this out. It won't even let me see how much it is. $249. You're getting the 3/8 and the 1/4 inch SAE and metric ratchet socket mechanics tool set. These are nice sets. They're really pretty sets. I know a lot of people talk up and like, you don't talk about these enough because, you could set them, you can lay them down, and because they're kind of square, they won't roll away. I'm looking to see if I just had a socket right here. Look, I got a socket sitting here on my desk, and it never rolls away. Because you know what? Because this side and this side are flat. I can just sit them down flat. I don't have to lay them down. I can let it stay right there. Like I can pick it up again, set it down, pick it up, set it down. Are we getting to the point here? Are we? I know. I'm in a snarky mood. Still recovering from surgery. You can't be mad at me. I'm going to play that card as much as my wife will let me, which is not much longer. Anyway, the point is that someone's got the big D, so I don't know if you can hear it. Anyway, they're decent sets, and I really love the removable trays so you can take and put them in your toolbox, that sort of thing. But let's see about the price on it. Did I add it to cart? I think I did. Let's add it to cart here and see what she says. Whoa, $149. That's even enough. I mean, that's enough to get me to consider it. All right, that is not a bad price for 2 sets like that. That might be something you might want to consider. All right, let's keep going. We got the Shockwave 1/2 inch drive metric deep well pack out impact socket and screw bits with pack out case, 86 piece. So what you're getting here is you're getting a 1/2 inch drive set, 6-point deep metric. And I know a lot of you boys are saying, we just want to see the metric stuff because none of us use SAE on anything. And I get it. If you're not driving the older cars, that's not something you're likely to see. But that's a nice kit there. Comes in the pack out boxes. You're looking at 47% off. 47% off. And that's one of the things I just want to tell you. When I pick these items here, because there's a lot of stuff Home Depot did this whole thing where they're like, it's all part of our spring Black Friday sale. And I go look at it, I'm like, that's not a sale price. That's the everyday price. But it's part of their spring Black Friday flyer. I don't know. But we try to find the stuff that's significant savings. So when you're on the channel and we show you something, it's not going to be like usually, unless it's like rarely ever on sale, but now it is. Usually we look for the real deep discounts like this. So anyway, if you like what we do, hey, consider chomping the old like button for it. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, so let's see what we got next. We got the Weiss, I don't know how they pronounce them. The scissors, the shears here, the tradesman shears. I can't say enough about this. They sent me these shears 2 or 3 years ago. Never spoke to me again. I got a box of them out of the middle of nowhere. And I love them. My wife, they came with 3 of them. My wife stole the main set. I saw her using them yesterday. They absolutely love them. They're fantastic. And you get the pocket drop point knife, pocket knife with that. So you're getting the 2-piece there. 50% off, coming in at just under $20. I got to tell you, try these shears. What's the difference? What's the difference between scissors and shears? Nobody knows. Anyway, if you know, put it down in the comments. But the point is that try them. Once you've tried these, for the price, you will be writing me an email saying thank you for getting you to try these. It's one of those things. All right. We need to come up with a term for the I told you so items. Anyway, the told you so's. All right. Next up, we got another set. Look at this. We get the big set here. Shockwave Impact Duty 1/2 inch. What is Impact Duty? Is it? He said duty. Anyway, it's Impact Duty. Usually Impact Rated, but okay. Impact Duty 1/2 inch drive, metric and SAE deep well with the pack, 31-piece set with the case, 32% off, coming down at $169. We got a set of the screwdrivers here. They're decent screwdrivers. Long hand, was it tri-lobe handle, 8-piece. We got, look, we got some Robertsons in there. We got some slotted. We got some Phillips coming in 33% off at just under $20 there for a nice set of those. Decent screwdrivers. I will say that they're not my favorite, but again, screwdrivers, I find screwdrivers are a really personal thing. Everyone's hands always like how it feels in the hand. And, I have some of the tri-lobe stuff. And anyway, it's just not my cup of tea. Let me know what style you like. Okay, let's keep going. We got the Fastback stainless steel spring assisted folding knife. I know a lot of people are in love with this thing. 2.95 inches for all those cities that have the 3-inch rule. Anyway, it's a flipper. It's got a partially serrated Tanto blade on it. It's got an Axis style lock as well. Hard not to like this thing, especially at that price, $17.97, coming in 28% under list. All right, next up, we've got some Shockwave. We got a couple of these 1/4-inch drive metric deep well 6-point impact socket set, 14-piece, coming in 27% off at $39.97. And then we also have the 3-inch drive 6-point impact socket set, 14-piece, again, $39.97 on that. All right, now let's talk about some outdoor power equipment, okay? So this is a nice combo kit here from DeWalt. You're getting the string trimmer, you're getting the blower, you're getting a 4-amp-hour battery and a charger, all of that for $249. $249. This is 29% off. And I will say this, I've been not a fan of DeWalt's lawnmowers, but I think they just did a revamp on it, so I'm gonna have to go and take a look at those. But the rest of their outdoor power equipment has been actually pretty good, and especially that blower. How good is that blower? It's good enough that F1 race teams use it. For those of you who don't know, when an F1 car comes into the pits, the brakes are hot, the engine's hot, everything. They're like a shark. They can't stop, because if they stop, they'll overheat. So the first thing that happens before anybody does anything else is these blowers, all the air intake ports on the F1 car, they come in with, I kid you not, leaf blowers. Now, the number one leaf blower seems to be Makita, but again, F1's mostly European, so that's not surprising. But a lot of these guys are also using the DeWalt's, and they come in, they put them all in. There's like 6 of them, I think, that they use. At the 2 at the front, 2 at the middle, and 2 at the back. And they use these blowers on F1, multi-million-dollar race cars. And apparently, if it's good enough for that, I'm guessing it's probably good enough for the leaves in your backyard. Maybe even your front yard. I don't know. Only time will tell. Okay, next up, we got the 20-volt max 8-inch tool only, brushless, cordless, battery-powered pruning chainsaw, AKA it's a mini chainsaw coming at 8 inches, $139 on that. All right, next up, we've got the string trimmer by itself, foldable string trimmer, 14-inch cut on it for $129. That's 19% off. We got Makita. Nice deal here on the Makitas, because check this out. Anytime you're looking for deals on Makitas, and it's hard to find good solid deals on Makitas, the best bang always seems to be when it's on sale and it includes extra batteries. Because Makita batteries, okay, first of all, let me say, Makita, you got to pick up the pace. Everyone is outpacing you in battery tech. You make solid batteries, they're not as good as everyone else's. Not everyone else's, but you know what I'm talking about. And also, man, do they want a lot of money for their batteries. So when you can get an item like this, combo kit that has extra batteries, that is a great deal. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at their lawnmower. It's a 36 volt. Basically, you're running with 2 batteries at a time. Comes with the dual charger on that. 43% off, down to just under $400. Now, other outdoor power equipment? No, because we're going to Workbenches. I'm sorry. I looked through all the Ryobi stuff. There just weren't a lot of great sales. Honestly, the pickings were a little slim. There's still some good solid prices. There's some solid deals out there. There's just not as many of them as there have been in past spring Black Fridays. I don't know. I think they might be waiting kind of to see what the tone is. And then if it's not, they don't do well enough for springtime, then they may pick it up with Memorial Day and 4th of July, Father's Day, all that kind of stuff. We'll see. Don't worry. Make sure you subscribe because we're going to stay on it. We're not going to let any of these sales get away from us. Anyway, let's talk about workbenches. Now, the workbenches here, we got 11 items that I felt qualified as in the deals kind of realm. Not exactly cheap per se, but I think they're all Husky items. The Gladiator stuff, there is some Gladiator stuff on sale, but look, it's $254 for a 66-inch table like that with barely. I can't justify that. Now they got this nice one up here. This is good, but it's $336 for a 6-foot, $434 for an 8-foot. Now we have this one here in the middle. Now the only thing I noticed that's really missing is that crossbar piece. It doesn't have the crossbar piece, and yeah, if you move it around a lot, like I've got one sitting here. I don't know if you can see it. It is. We'll do this rather than changing all the lighting in the. There it is, right there. I got one sitting right there, and now that's a Work Pro, but it's the same. It's the same design. And point on it is, it doesn't have that cross member to keep the legs together. And I did have an issue. I was flipping it over because I was adding wheels to it, and the legs did splay a bit, and I had to gently push them back together. Kind of makes me want to add a crossbar on it. I might actually do that because it's on wheels. I move it around a lot, and I'm always dropping big, heavy weights and stuff in the middle of it. Don't get me wrong, they're strong. They're strong, but that is. But I don't know if I'm going to pay. What is that? $70 more for cross member. I'll just go buy me a 2x4 and bolt it on there. Anyway. Another nice fact is it's got the power strip on it as well, like mine does. Now, mine has the power strip on the end. This one here's got the power strip. It looks like it's on the end, but it's actually on that corner facing the front there, which again, that's kind of a preference kind of thing. I like mine on the side because I can get all the cords out of the way, but it also makes it harder to access. This one's going to be easier to access, but then the cords might be getting in the way. Not only does it have 120 ports, it's also got a 1 or 2 USB ports in there as well. Anyway, I think that's probably the best bang there when it comes for the workbenches. All right, next up, we've got some storage here. Now we're going to talk about some Gladiator stuff. Look at this. We got 4-tier here, 77-inch by 72 by 24 for $297, 15% off. Again, this is one of the ones, Gladiator, where they don't have huge sales, but when they do have a sale, if that's what you're looking for, you might want to jump on it. We got the 4-tier here. Now look at this. The 4-tier, it's 60 by 72 by 18, whereas over here in Husky, we've got 48 by 78 by 24 for $160. Granted, I'm going to say that this Gladiator at least looks like it's more robust. But if you're doing medium to light storage, I would go with the Husky. I definitely go with the Husky. You're going to get more stuff in there. You can go more vertical with it. And then we got the big boy Gladiator here for $382. Let's see here. Oh, there's a 4-tier down there for $254. Anyway. Again, Gladiator I often feel is way overpriced. This one, not so much. Or at least on the sale price on it, it's not too bad. Okay, now cabinets. I got to tell you, cabinets, if you don't have one of these cabinets, at least get one. If you've got room for multiple cabinets, okay, I have a love-hate relationship with these kind of cabinets because once you put something in there, you close it up, it's out of sight, out of mind. But there's so many like miscellaneous small items that I do want to be able to reach in and get. I don't want to put them in a storage bucket kind of thing that I have to then go and open up one of those totes to get to it. A lot of it are like oils, cleaning solvents, all that kind of stuff. And I like having any of that kind of stuff in a metal cabinet that kind of contains it. It's not fireproof, but it's a little bit of fire prevention, if you would. And these things can eat a lot, man. You can put a lot in one of these cabinets. They're good prices right now. You're looking at $300 for the main cabinet, $150 for a top hanging cabinet there. We're looking at $374 for the big boy over there. Let's see here, what else? We got this one, $224. I don't know, I'm kind of iffy on that. That's good price for that cabinet. I think the cabinet itself, though, is a bit expensive all the way around. But if you're looking for cabinets, now might be the time to consider it because this is one of the better sales that we've seen. All right, next up, we've got grills. Again, not a lot of great choices in grills. Like, this is kind of like their go-to standard. Hey, this is the grill you want to buy, except it's out of stock. I mean, and I talk about that. It's a great burger and dog kind of grill. In fact, I've got coverage of Next Grill from the National Hardware Show. We're still working on the video. I had to get video from my wife's phone over to my phone, and I'm uploading it right now to my computer. There's a lot of it. So I'm going to be sorting through it and we're going to do we'll do a best of, we'll do, cool new tools, and then we'll do my favorite stuff I saw and what they call they call it the backyard. Basically, they took over the parking lot, and that's where they had all the barbecue stuff and whatnot. I got to tell you, Cuisinart had a really killer outdoor wok setup that looked like a lot of fun. Lots of pizza ovens and lots of barbecues. Anyway, I talked to the Next Grill folks, and they talk to them about this because we talk about it a lot, and I get a lot of grief from you folks on it. Say, that's a junk grill. Don't buy that grill. It won't last. And they said the same thing I did, which is keep it clean, put a cover on it. That's it. That's the dark mystery of how to keep your grills lasting, even if you buy a cheap one. Clean it, cover it. Done. Job done. So anyway, great grill. You just can't get it right now. Maybe it's in stock at your local store. I don't know. But again, for just basic burgers and dogs kind of stuff, maybe the occasional steak, you can do just fine. I've cooked, I've done pork tenderloins and roast. There's a lot of fun stuff you can do. You can get one of those wood chip boxes and put wood chips in it. Anyway, if you like cooking stuff, we're going to try as soon as I got to get some stuff moved from the old studio over here, or the old shop over here. And get my outdoor kitchen set up because we're just now getting into the beginning of spring here in Montana. And we're going to start cooking. We're going to do a whole how to cook steak kind of thing. I got to tell you, my 12-year-old has been watching Dad for the last couple of years. And recently he's like, I want to try cooking the steaks myself. And I'm like, well, you go to it, son. Best New York strip I've ever had. He picked out the steaks. He did all the seasoning, the prep, the sear, just phenomenal. So proud of that boy. Anyway, also he won state in wrestling. Just throw that in there. Anyway, let's talk about another choice and also another grill that I saw at National Hardware Show, and that is Monument. Now they're shiny. I'm not going to lie to you. They do kind of have the feeling that it might be flash over function. But I don't really think so. I mean, I think they're a value-priced grill trying to look like a high-end grill. And they kind of do. But I got to tell you, I like a lot of it. So, first of all, look at this. They've got a glass front on this with the temperature gauge in the center. So now you don't have to open the grill to take a look at it. Why is that important? Because it's looking ain't cooking, all right? Especially if you're cooking something low and slow. You don't want to be going in there, lifting up that lid and letting all that heat out you just built up. This way you don't need to. You could just look right in, just like in your oven, and see what's going on. All right. Also, they've got these on the dials. And again, at first I thought it was just kind of funny and stuff. If you can see that blue tint there, they actually have a ring light behind them that glows that color, except it's not just that color. When that burner is hot, it looks red. When it's cool, it's blue. There's some other color thing you can do with it as well. So it's actually an indicator just by sight, like, hey, is my grill, is it hot? Yeah, look, they're all red. We got all the burners going. Oh, did I turn that one off? I can look from 50 feet away. I can tell which burner I have on. Now, here's the other thing. This grill has on the sides here. We've got, let me see if there's a picture of it here. Of course, they don't have a picture. Why would you do something that silly? Let's see, is it going to load? Okay, there's the load. All right, so this over here is a side burner. Now, that's the kind of thing typically you're going to throw a pot on. You're going to, cook up, corn or whatever else you're going to throw in there. Why you wouldn't put the corn on the grill, I don't know. Anyway, all your side pot kind of stuff. That's what you're going to put in that one. But on the other side, that is a sear zone. That is an true infrared sear plate there for searing your burgers, your steaks, and whatnot. And that sucker, I gotta play around with it. That sucker puts out some heat. Anyway, considering you're getting all of that with the stainless steel, with the full cabinet, the whole 9 yards, all of that here for $479. And, you know, and if you think about it, a 3-burner Weber is going to be twice the price of that. So even though it's more than the next grill, this is taking your grilling, if you're going to do propane, and, you know, and Hank's going to say that's the way to go. You know, I like using wood and pellets and that kind of stuff. But you know what? Sometimes I use propane also. And for $479, that's a heck of a setup right there. You got 4 burners in the main. You got a side burner for your pots and whatnot. And then you got the sear plate over on the side. You can do a lot with that sucker. All right, enough about that. Outdoor living here, I guess they called it. I didn't see anything here that jumped out and was like, wow, I got to have that. Although I will say this thing looks pretty comfy. I could probably lounge on that, smoke a cigar, watch the kids in the pool. Let's see here, anything else? This thing's, if you just need cheap seating, here you go. 4 folding chairs, an umbrella, and a table. That's a nice poolside kind of setup there for $100. Let's see what else we got here. The whole banquet, I'd like to thank you all for coming today kind of table setup for $900. Anything else? I love the offset one. Oh my gosh, the footage I got for you. At the National Hardware Show, they have a ton of the outdoor seating and stuff, and nobody's doing just straight vertical umbrellas. They're all offset umbrellas that you could angle like a sunlight kind of thing. And they've put LED lights in the center that go along the arms. So if you like the feeling of having a giant arachnid hanging over your head while you're lounging, brother, you are set this year. They're going to come out with some amazing spider nightmares for you. Anyway, burn it now. My wife's like, oh, go look at this. I'm like, I'm not walking under there. That is going to kill you. Anything else? There was one I saw before. Oh yeah, this. I used to have this set, and you know what? And I think I paid about that price. I bought it from some drugstore, something like CVS or something, back in California at the end of summer, and they were closing it out. And they had furniture. I don't know. It was a small town. Somebody had to sell it, I guess. It's not a bad little set. You know, if you just needed something to set up. I just need something. Again, I bought it to sit and watch the kids in the pool. And it was all right. It wasn't the most comfortable thing in the world, but it wasn't bad. For $150, seating for 4 with a table, that's a lot of seating for that price. It really is. All right, and next up, let's talk about some appliances. All right, first off, we got the GE 27 cubic foot French door refrigerator. You got the French door with the freezer on the bottom, Energy Star rated, not super bells and whistly. This is just a good solid refrigerator. It's not top of the line. GE is not the Mercedes-Benz out there. They're kind of the Hyundai, if you would. I think they're owned by a Chinese company now, so it might even be like, I don't know what the Chinese cars are called. Anyway, you're looking at $1,300 there, 46% off of list. I don't know anybody paying $2,400 for it. If you did, I'm sorry for your loss, but at $1,300, it's not a bad fridge. Now, if you want to step it up a bit, here's the 2-tier lower fridge. We got the dispensers there in the door. This is made by Whirlpool, 24.5 cubic foot French door fridge, finger resistant, stainless steel, normally $3,000. This looks and feels like a $3,000 fridge. 33% off, coming in at just under $2,000. Honestly, if you could spend the extra money, I realize some people it's just not in your budget, but if you can, I would definitely stretch to go up to this level because Whirlpool is definitely a step above GE, way better than LG and Samsung. Remember, don't buy LG and Samsung. Friends don't let friends buy Samsung. And if you don't know, LG is in the middle of a class action lawsuit. So, yeah, you might want to steer clear of them as well. Anyway, good solid fridge there. All right, next up, let's talk about dishwashers, all right? We got Whirlpool 24-inch, fingerprint resistant, stainless steel, top control. I like the top control. I have a love-hate with the top control. It looks nice, looks sleek, but then you got to, sometimes you have to open it to use it or what. Anyway, $498, that is 40% off. Third rack and fan dry on that. And then also we've got the Maytag here coming in at 38% off, 24-inch, finger resistance, front control. It's not as clean looking as the top control, but I prefer the front control. I don't know, what do you prefer? Anyway, built-in tall tub, dual power filtration, and coming in at 50 dBA. That's less than a conversation in a room. That's pretty darn quiet there. $548 on that. Now, this is a special buy. It ends in 14 hours and 24 minutes. All right, next up, we've got a top-loading washing machine here. Again, the front loaders, they're pretty. I get it. They look all super sleek and tacky and everything else. They're not going to last. You can't put that much weight on a cantilever system like that and expect it to last that long. This system, they're not as pretty. They probably don't have all the bells and whistles. People are like, well, they don't get them as clean. Son, we've been washing, stuff in the river for thousands of years. We just recently got washing machines. My entire, life up until, I don't know how long ago, was it 15 years ago? All I ever used was a top loader. My clothes were clean enough. I never had a problem. I did construction with the mud. I did camp. I've never had a problem with it. Never an issue. Let's see here. Here we go. $548 on that one. We got a microwave here for you. 1.7 cubic foot over the range. Now, this isn't the one you're going to sit on your counter. This is if you're replacing or building a range top system here. But you got a Whirlpool. It's a decent sized one, good controls, nice clean look, coming in at 50% off at $198. Now, let's talk about bad news, good news. Bad news is that's all the deals. I kid you not. There might be some other ones out there. If you know some good hot deals, let me know. But usually I'll look at the sale and they're like, okay, but there's other stuff they haven't listed. I looked through the other stuff. Wasn't worth listing as far as I was concerned. One of the worst sales as far as breadth. Still some great items, all right? The deals in there are solid. They just wish there was more deals. And they really screwed over a lot of people there, like Ryobi. Maybe they're just holding their cards on the Ryobi, knowing they got some other Ryobi deals coming down the pipe. Only time will tell. The good news is we're going to stay on top of it. We'll let you know if any of those deals happen. So make sure you jump to the like button, smash that subscribe, ring the bell on the way out. That's all I got for you today. You all take care. God bless. And as always, shine on.